Hey everyone, today I am going to be talking about the best Colourpop palettes that they have released in 2020. Colourpop has had a ton of releases this year, and since 2020 has kind of been a disaster, I thought it would be great to go through different brands and the eyeshadow palettes that I personally loved from this year. Colourpop is one of my favorite brands. I've loved them for years now, ever since I tried their Super Shock shadows like when I was in high school. I've been obsessed. I really like their products, plus the formula is great and it's affordable. That being said, this year alone, there has been around 27 collections that Colourpop has launched. Now, not every collection has had a palette. Some things have just been like individual products and stuff like that, but today we are talking about the eyeshadow palettes from 2020 that Colourpop has released that I think are the best. First, I'm going to talk about the most recent palette that I've gotten. This is the Fade Into Hue palette. I love this palette. I've used it and I love it. It was like one of those palettes that I was intrigued by when I picked it up, but like I didn't know how I would feel about it because it's literally just a rainbow palette. Like, it's nothing like super duper fancy. It's literally a rainbow palette, but it's Colourpop, it's affordable, and like they had it on sale when it launched, so I bit the bullet. So far, the formula is very good in all color ranges. Of course, they do have pressed glitters, and I'm not the biggest fan of pressed glitters. I don't really get use out of them, but regardless, I like this palette. The mattes are great. Everything blends beautifully. Pigmentation is good. I have no issues with this palette at all. What can I just say? This packaging, this like pastel like rainbow fade, love that. The look I did with this palette, I did like a sort of like cut crease almost. I really like how the look turned out. I did like purple, green, and then blue on the lower lash line. I liked it. I'm definitely excited to use this more. Definitely one of my favorites from Colourpop this year. Next, we have two Colourpop palettes from their tie-dye collection. I love like pastel sort of colors, if it would open. Or an out. This is a 9-pan palette. It does come with a glitter. I believe all the tie-dye palettes came with at least one glitter, but this palette is gorgeous. For that matte green alone, love this palette. I like this palette. Like, it's not my absolute favorite from this year, but I love like these green tones. I love like these yellowy tones. I like how there's a white. Like, this is just a palette that I personally like. And like, just from that green alone, it's good enough that I would be happy with this palette. Then we have In a Trance, which is like the purpley blue palette. And it's stunning. Of course, a glitter. I do like this color story. I like the baby blue shades. And then this purple, the shimmery purple, and then the pinks. Kind of want to say that this is a pastel palette, because it mostly is with these shades. So I'm going to be doing a pastel eyeshadow palette like video, so maybe I'll have to include this because of the pastel shades. I don't know. We then have probably the most adorable palette. This is the Child palette from Star Wars The Mandalorian with Colourpop. This packaging is just like, I mean, look how cute Baby Yoda looks. And yes, I call Grogu Baby Yoda still. No spoilers, but that finale made me cry. This palette is one of my favorites of 2020. Spoiler alert, like, it is literally one of my favorites. It's so good. Like, the packaging alone, stunning, cute. Like, it comes with a mirror and it comes with a little baby Yoda. So cute. And then, like, these shades, though. Like, my green heart is just dying for these shades. Like, honestly, love this palette so much. I think it's limited edition, so if you don't have this and you like these types of colors, go get it. Oh, look at how stunning these are. And there's a little frog. It's just so cute. And like, color payoff is great. I did like 3 looks with this palette. I did like a matte green look. I did gold look. And then I did like a shimmery green look with like an extended inner corner eyeliner, which I've never tried before, but I actually kind of did. So this palette is everything to me. And I mean, I don't even like natural, like neutral shades and stuff, but I like the brown tones in here too. Like, I think they like complete the palette so nicely. I don't know, you guys, like, I'm just in love with this palette more than anything, and it's definitely one of my favorites. Next, we have the Colourpop and Candyland collab palette.
Colourpop Land Candy Castle palette.
This palette, first of all, the packaging, stunning. I basically picked up this palette because nostalgia. I used to play Candyland on the computer when I was a kid, so I really wanted it. I love the pastel shades, but I would definitely recommend using a white base for them because they can be, like, very hard to show up. They're really pretty. This is actually a really stunning, like, pastel shade. The other shades, like, I just used my normal Urban Decay Even Primer and they're okay. But, I mean, this is mainly, like, a nostalgia love for me. Next, we have the Mint to Be palette. This palette was, like, I think one of the first eyeshadow palettes they launched in 2020. And it's amazing. I love it. I love the color story. I love mint eyeshadows. I bought, like, the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop, the pistachio palette that has minty tones in it. Love that. This, really good. Like, there's, like, just look at these green tones. This is with Flash, like, yeah. And this is without Flash, so you can see. I'm trying to show the true color, but I don't know, like, it's just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like, they have these deeper green tones, but then you have the lighter minty shades, and then you have, like, the shimmers, and usually I'm not a fan of having, like, too many shimmers compared to mattes, but I like this ratio because I think you have, like, a ton of different variants and eye looks if you use, like, the different shimmers on the lid or on the inner corner. So this palette is stunning. I haven't even looked. Oh my god, look at those. So those are all the shimmers. Like, hello. So good. So good. I love Colourpop's formula. But that bottom green shade, damn, that looks nice. This palette is just one of those palettes that if you like minty green tones, you're gonna love this. The formula is great. And there isn't a pressed glitter, so if you're like me and you don't care for pressed glitters, hey, this one doesn't have any, so we're good. Another nostalgia purchase from Colourpop, we have the Sailor Moon and Colourpop palette. Now, if you're new, or you just don't know, other than makeup, Sailor Moon is my other love. Sailor Moon has been in my life, like, my entire life. Like, I literally, it's my favorite thing. I'm not kidding, I have a collect. Told you I wasn't kidding. Like, when my friend tagged me and was like, oh my god, they're doing a Sailor Moon collection, I lost it. Like, I almost started crying because I was like, yes. I know that, like, there had to be natural shades. I mean, it's not like any of the characters in Sailor Moon wear a ton of makeup or anything, so, but I definitely like this palette a lot more than I thought I would because, like, I mean, it's not like, I don't know, like, I'm flustered because I love this palette so much because it's Sailor Moon. Like, I couldn't explain how much I love Sailor Moon. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it means a lot to me. As someone who likes bright shades, I was pleasantly surprised with this palette. It's actually pretty bright compared to what I thought. Like, I didn't think that these would be as, like, intense and fun as they are. So I'm really happy with this palette. This palette's pretty and I really like it. I mean, this shade Luna is a purple, and purples are my favorite, and it's Sailor Moon. I could talk about it for, like, years, honestly. It's nostalgic for me, and I mean, my favorite brand collaborated with my favorite thing in the world. Like, of course I'm gonna buy it, and of course I'm gonna be in love with it. My last favorite Colourpop palette that was released in 2020 is the At Forest Sight palette. This palette is gorgeous. I love Raw Beauty Christie, so when I saw that she was finally getting the collab that she deserved, I was, like, all for it. I was like, yes, bitch, you deserve this. Let's go. And, I mean, the packaging. Look at the mushrooms. Like, it's just so cute. And then the shades. I mean, hello. Look at those shades, you guys. Like, this is stunning. I love this palette so much. You guys have no idea. I've done a few looks with it. I think I've done 2, and I'm in love. These, like, dark shades speak to me. They looked so good. I mean, you guys know I'm not a natural eyeshadow type of gal, but like the first look I did was like a gold look. I loved it. Like I really loved it, and I'm not someone who likes natural stuff, but this palette is definitely for me. Like I love that you have like these ruddy tones, you have this like aubergine, you have this black with the most stunning glitter in it. Fiddlehead, Emerald City are my favorite shades in this palette. So good together, like so good together. There's just something about Colourpop that I will always be happy with. I love their formula. I have no issues with their eyeshadows like ever, so this is definitely one of my favorites of 2020. So the fact that Colourpop has like 2 palettes in my like top 5, they're doing something good there, you guys. I want to thank you guys for being so supportive all the time. It's always really nice reading your comments and just talking with you guys and being able to like escape some of the rough stuff in life with, you know, talking to others about makeup or cats or Sailor Moon. So thank you guys, it means a lot. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it was a little hectic, but it be that way sometimes. Honestly, I'm happy with these palettes, so let me know what your favorite is. I really want to know. Out of all of these, it's a tie. Is it a tie? It's a tie between Baby Yoda and At Forest Sight. Like, the color stories are just so good. Make sure you're subscribed. Comment down below any videos like see me do. I always love requests because sometimes it's hard to think of video ideas that I can do without, you know, pushing myself too hard and being in more pain than I already am. The loveliness of chronic pain and fibromyalgia. But that's just life, and at least I'm able to see, you know, the light in the dark, so that's always a plus. Plus, I mean, makeup is a good distraction from all that. But yes, make sure you're subscribed. Go follow my Instagram and TikTok, Makeup by Tasha XO. My TikTok mainly consists of makeup and cats, sometimes Sailor Moon, but, you know, usually makeup and cats. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.